Hey everyone, welcome back to another AMG newscast. Today I'm going to be actually discussing in regards to the Samsung ad that came out that's literally directly attacking the iPhone 5. Obviously, Samsung first came up with its ad that it says it doesn't take a genius, followed by its list of specifications and features in comparison to the iPhone. And obviously some time passed and directly, of course, the iPhone fans did the same thing. And they changed the title of Don't Settle for Cheap Plastic, and they obviously did the same thing in a way. They added obviously more features and functions for the iPhone 5 list in comparison to the Galaxy S3. So what I decided to do, I decided to stick both of the actual lists together and make my own list. And I'm going to actually go through the list and see which one's actually better. Obviously this is based off facts only, so I'm literally going to just take the facts and not take any speculations or anything else. Now then, let's get started. The iPhone 5, as you can see, is the first one on the list, being the screen is 4 inches compared to the 4.8, so that goes of course to the Galaxy S3. The internet is the same, that's 4G LTE. You have the Retina display with the HD Super AMOLED display for the S3. Then of course you have the resolution, that being 1280 by 720 for the Samsung S3. You have 790 hours standby in comparison to 225. Then you have 11.4 hours talk time instead of 8 hours. I don't know why they always sort of extend the actual talk time. I don't know, it seems to be a thing for phones to do. They always put the maximum. As far as I'm concerned, most of the reviews around the net say it is around the 10 hours. So still, anyways, it still does beat the iPhone 5 by at least 2 hours of talk time. Next up you have the video recording, which is the same for both. The iPhone 5 is a little bit lighter. You have the RAM. In a way it is the same with the iPhone 5. This is the US version, which has 2 GB of RAM, but otherwise the international version does have 1. Siri and S-Voice, literally the Samsung S3 did copy off the Siri when Siri came out, but then again this is competition. Siri and S-Voice is practically the same thing, so who really cares that they copied each other off? Competition is good. Let them eat each other alive. Next we have 1632/64 for both the phones, while the S3 of course has the micro SD card. So this one goes to the actual Samsung 3 as well. The operating systems is 6.0 to 4.0 OS. So this is, again, this is debatable, so I am going to count this as actual point. You guys can discuss this. In my opinion, I do believe the Android operating system is substantially better because of all the features it has, but then I'm going to leave that out of the actual points counting thingy that I'm doing here. Now you have a totally different plug for the S5, that being the Lightning, and then you have the standard micro USB plug for the actual Samsung S3, but we don't even count that. Then we have the NFC for the Samsung S3. Of course, the iPhone 5 doesn't have that. iPhone 5 says it has quad-core A6 CPU. That's a lie. It doesn't have a quad-core, it has dual-core. Okay, it does have the A6, but it is a dual core. Next, you have the front cam for the iPhone 5, but I'm not going to be counting that at all because the front cam for the iPhone 5 isn't really better than the Galaxy S3. And I'm practically going to stop here because literally the rest of the points are pointless in one way or another. These are features that can mainly be upgraded due to programming, so you can actually get these features such as panorama for the iPhone 5. There's been applications that have been doing this 3 years back. You have Groupcast, not a big deal. Direct call, not a big deal. Smart alert, so what? Tilt to zoom. These are all functions and functionalities that literally you can either program them into the operating system or have applications that do this. It really depends. Obviously not with the iPhone 5. You'd have to jailbreak the phone, but these are functions and features that can be programmed into the actual phone itself. Okay, for the iPhone 5, maybe AirPlay cannot be done, but the Galaxy S3 might have something similar to it. Shake to update. You have for the iPhone 5, you know, free OS updates annually. I can't believe they're writing stuff down like this. You know, it's like the next thing they're going to be comparing is you can put 6 items in the folder of item 5, while Galaxy S3 can only put, you know, 4 items in a folder. You know, after or once it reaches the front screen camera, beyond and after that point, it's complete nonsense what they are writing. The only thing that I would say sort of may be of an advantage for the phones is that on the iPhone 5 you do have the Game Center, which is a centralized version for the iPhone 5. You don't have a Game Center for the S3. Yes, the iPhone 5, people may argue you have iMessenger. Who really cares? You have WhatsApp on the Galaxy S, which comes, of course, for all the other phones, including the iPhone 5. So iMessenger is not counted. And otherwise, for the S3, you have the removable battery. That I would count that too. The other of the points are complete nonsense. These are functions and features that can be added and programmed into the phone. So I'm not going to be counting that. This is really what is important, what I just mentioned, in comparison to what they have brought down here. Overall, I must say that I'm pretty ashamed that Samsung put up this actual ad, and they did directly attack the actual Apple product. This alone does show that Samsung is pretty nervous about the iPhone 5, and they really have no reason to be nervous about the iPhone 5. I do understand that companies do try to go after each other, and there are many indirect ways of getting this done, especially over the internet. You do have so many different types of pictures and posters like you see here that don't really come directly from the actual producer or supplier. It really varies on the actual product that is being produced or competed with. It's sort of an indirect, I would say, understanding between companies not to go directly after each other. I do presume this is sort of you can say a mutual agreement between companies to not do this. But then again, it seems that Samsung, in sheer desperation because of the launch of the iPhone 5, decided to do this. They should be really embarrassed in doing such a move. Both cases, the Samsung overall is better than the iPhone 5. Yes, the iPhone 5 is a great phone as well. But anyways, I'll not be getting into that. If you guys want to see more comparisons of actual stuff that really matters for the iPhone 5 versus the Samsung S3, then I would just suggest you look at the video reply below. I did make a video that's actually comparing the specifications, and these things do actually matter, and not this complete nonsense that they have brought down here. And that's about it. As always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and see you guys again in my other video. Bye.